Hey YouTube, I'm the Tall Nerd. Welcome back once again, and whew, it is time to be excited. Do you know why? Because RWBY is coming back in just a couple of days. Yes, here I am. I was gone for a while. Now I'm uploading a couple of videos in a couple of days because there was no way that I wasn't going to talk about Star Wars, and there was no way on earth that I wasn't going to talk about RWBY. So, there you go. And I'm incredibly excited because RWBY Volume 5 is starting this week. In fact, it's actually coming out today if you have a first membership with Rooster Teeth. I don't. I have a normal membership with Rooster Teeth, so it will be coming out for me on Monday on their website. And then I think it's next Friday that first episode will finally be up on YouTube. And I'm excited. I'm very excited and cautiously optimistic about this. And I'll explain why I say I'm cautiously optimistic. So, RWBY is one of my favorite things on the internet, period, bar none. A buddy of mine introduced me to it right around the time that the Black trailer came out, which seems like just forever ago. And I have loved it ever since. Just the characters, the action, oh my goodness, the action. Rest in peace, Monty Oum. The man was a genius. But I just love everything about this series, and it's only gotten better and better, especially, the animation as their budget's gone up. Everything has been getting better and better until Volume 4. And honestly, I'm not that big a fan of Volume 4. I feel like I could have skipped it and been okay. Nah, that's not true. I couldn't have done that, and I would never have done that, because I can't miss a giant chunk of the story. I just feel like RWBY Volume 4 just was not... It was just far too underwhelming for everything that had come before it. Let's just say that. Volumes 1, 2, and 3 built up to this huge battle, this huge epic event. And then Season 4 was much more low-key. It was a lot of traveling, characters figuring themselves out, things like that. Which I understand it has a place, an important place, in any series. But, yeah, it just felt like a step down from where we had been in the series. So I am cautiously optimistic, more optimistic than I am cautious, because in all honesty, I totally believe and trust in the people who work for Rooster Teeth. I trust that they know what they're doing, and I don't think they're gonna let us down. I was personally only a little let down by the last season, and I think that this one's gonna be awesome. I think that they've done a lot of world building, a lot of setting things up, a lot of sort of slowly building up the tension, and now this volume, we're going to get to see a lot of things paid off, and it's going to be exciting. But there are a few specific things that I want to happen this season, this volume, rather. Maybe they'll happen. Maybe they won't. Most likely they won't. Because, who am I? I'm some random guy on the internet. I'm just one of many, many, many people who watch and enjoy RWBY. But if I had some measure or form of power over RWBY, I would say that these are the things that I want to happen this season. Number one, biggest one, the others aren't really that close. I want to know what Jean's semblance is. They have been teasing this since the series began. It's been set up so much and teased and drawn out. And you've always had this sense that there is something big living inside of Jean. Some big power, some ability, something where you just know that he is going to be important and he's going to be powerful. And we've gotten glimpses of it here and there, but that's it. I want to know the answer to the question. I think that we've been teased enough. I think it's time to just let us know, what is his semblance? What can he do? And I think that this is the perfect time to see him really step up and come into his own as a fighter. Not just as a tactician, but being able to go into combat by himself and hold his own and really excel. So that's the biggest thing. I want to see John's semblance. I want to see what he's really capable of. Next up, and this one's also very important, I want Team RWBY to be back together. The show is about them and the dynamics between them. And I don't think it was a bad thing that they were split up for all of the last volume. I really don't. It was a good opportunity for them to all sort of take a step back and show who they are outside of that little group. But it's time to come back together, and I'm expecting that this probably won't happen until, I don't know, maybe a mid-season finale or something along those lines, where it's a big event, all of them coming back together and just being awesome. I don't know if Blake will actually get there, because it doesn't seem like she's very interested in leaving Menagerie right now. But that's its own thing. I want to see Team RWBY come back together. And finally, I want backstory. I realize that this is kind of weird, because one of my biggest complaints, I guess you would say, with Volume 4 was the fact that there was too much backstory. Too much slow build. And most of the backstory wasn't really backstory, it was just bits and pieces and hints of backstory. I want to know the actual thing that actually happened. I want to know the background of Ozpin. How does he get to be the voice in this kid's head? I want to know about Salem. Where does she come from? Why is she doing this? What is going on? You don't have to explain these questions entirely. In fact, you probably shouldn't. But we need something. Because right now, Ozpin is just this disembodied voice. That's probably not a good thing. And Salem, she's just evil to be evil? That's boring for a villain. That's incredibly boring for a villain. I need something. Just tell me why. That's all I'm asking. Backstory on everything else would also be nice, but those are the big ones. And really, that is everything that I want. I want to know Jean's semblance. I want to see Team RWBY come back together and be even stronger than before. And I want to get some backstory on not just the world, because we've gotten that through the World of Remnant videos. But I want to know how the characters in Power got to where they are today. That's what I want to know. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me, if you watch RWBY, if you're going to watch it when it comes out. I highly suggest that you should. It is an amazing series. It's a lot of fun. And as much as I talk, as much as I nitpick it sometimes, I really do enjoy it. So please let me know in the comments what you think of RWBY again. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed anything about this video. And hey, until next time, please have a great day.